That first one was so heavy you decided you weren't gonna pick up no more.
No way.
All right, y'all. So in a very short time, I have completely drenched myself in sweat. And all I did was set out the new raised bed that I put together last night and fill it most of the way with raised bed mix. It's too hot to be out here. I pulled a few weeds and I'm gonna try to set the micro dwarf tomato green stalk out on its paver. But first I've got to drive back around to the front, park my car, get a level, and make sure that the way that I just threw it down is good enough. I did not bring the camera back out to film myself pulling the weeds and setting up the paver stone because I wasn't expecting to do it. I thought I was going in, and when I walked back in, I looked on the table and I said, let me try to do this since it's not raining. So I'm gonna just drive back around to the front and grab a level. I don't know about y'all, but I am so over summer. I'm ready for fall. I'm ready for our pseudo winter. And yeah, that's just what's going on in my life today. So since I got that raised bed almost completely filled up, I went ahead and put in the iron tone and the garden tone so that those will have a chance to go ahead and start breaking down before I plant that up. Because I use organics and they're not going to be immediately available to the plants. So just give that a chance to start working. We've got some more rain coming this evening, and that'll help push it down into the soil and get it working. I do want to take a little trip out into town to pick up some more of the, what's this stuff called that I use? What's this stuff called? It's called it's a soil builder. What is it called? It's by Coast of Maine. Bumper crop. The bumper crop soil builder to top off that bed. You did see that it's a little bit low, and that was intentional because I want to put some really good stuff on the top before I plant. So underneath the really good stuff will be the fertilizers, and then the organic bed mix, and then at the very, very bottom is the Ace brand potting mix. But y'all, I promise that's not potting mix. It's chunks of wood and a little bit of soil, and God only knows what else is in there. Do not use that stuff in a container trying to grow some plants. It's not going to go well for you. I've tried, trust me. All right, so I got my level. And before I cut over there to show you guys where I'm going to put that green stalk, let me just show you close up on this bed. So I guess that's about 3 inches down below the level, the top. And I'm going to put the soil builder on top before I start planting, but we've got the iron tone and the garden tone in here. I will come back in and I will mulch around so you can't see the cardboard that's underneath, but you guys know this is the bed that gets covered in these grass weeds that pop up everywhere, because this entire center was sod at one point. I dug it all up, didn't want it, needed more space to plant more plants. The orchid's blooming. Oh, I'm so happy. I didn't even notice it while I was over here because I was sweating so hard, but this is the orchid that smells so good. That's nice. I was gonna go ahead and tap into the drip, but I wanted to get this bed filled before the rain came, so I decided to forego that part, and I will come back in. You guys can see the drip line is there. I will just run drip. I may actually, the soil is loose enough, I may just go ahead and push the drip line through there and just blow it out with water and tap it in so that it runs under, or I may just come up and over and just let the drip run. I don't know. I'll also run drip to this container and these containers. Not sure if I'm going to put more containers here. I do have more clay containers that I can use, terracottas, and that'll just give me more places to plant some things. But let me just come over here and I'll show you guys where I'm going to put that other green stalk. I did get that one put up last night in a little bit of a break from the rain, so it's back in place. I started to pull the weeds around it. I'm going to come in with the weed whacker, get the rest of this stuff out of here. I do have plants that need to go in the ground there, but y'all know. So the other green stalk is going to go here. It will be the same as that 4-tier, and it will be here, and that will be the one with the little tomatoes, teeny tiny tomatoes. And I'm going to put it here. It's not going to be on a spinner, but that's okay because I can walk all the way around it. It will be tight on this side, but I'll be able to get to it. And it also gives me access to the container that the sweet potatoes are growing in. And I also use that container for corn. It's going to be a little bit of a delay to get the corn in this year because of the sweet potatoes. So I will put corn in the new raised bed. So I'm going to just go ahead and get this leveled off, and then I'm going to get this green stalk stacked up. And when I'm done, I will show you guys that, and we'll call this a wrap. All right, so let me go and get the lid. I am so tired, y'all. Gotta pull weeds over here. Green stalk's got to get set up here. It's just so much to do. I swear it never ends. There's always something to do, something to pull, something to plant, something to fertilize, something to clean. It just doesn't end. All right, let's see if I can get this on here. This lid is probably not going to want to go in here because actually it's lining up pretty darn good. Oh, look at that. It lined up perfectly. Usually when you pack these things with soil and get things planted, they're kind of out of whack a little bit. And they don't line up well, and you have to kind of use both hands and do a little pushing and pulling. Well, I need to clean this out. It ain't about to happen right now. This is gonna stay just the way it is right now. I ain't worrying about it. I actually could just leave the lid off, and when it rains, it'll wash that stuff on down, but I think I'm gonna just leave it like this. And there you have it. Hopefully nothing comes by and chews off the tops of all of my tomato plants, because these have actually been in the garage. I hope they'll be okay. This is the east side of the house, so they're gonna get plenty of morning sun, and then they'll be sort of shaded by all of this vegetation as the sun moves around from the south over there and over here to the west. So they should be pretty protected. They should be okay. It was an overcast day yesterday. They stayed out on the lanai. It's an overcast day today. They're going to stay out until sunset, and hopefully they'll be okay. If y'all hear me whining and complaining, saying that all of my micro dwarf tomatoes are fried or eaten, then I don't know, send me virtual hugs. That's all I got for today, y'all. I am going to go ahead and get a shower because it is entirely too hot out here right now. I thought I was going to do a little bit more. I do need to find a place to put, actually I know where I'm going to put I know where I'm going to put the squash tower, but it's too hot. I don't feel like going around to get any more paver base and set up another set of pavers and all of that good stuff. So I am going to leave that for another day and another video. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, guys. I will see you soon. Bye.